Now in that hill was the abode of one most evil, and the road that from Beleriand thither came, he watched with sleepless eyes of flame. Men called him Thu, and as a god, in after days, beneath his rod, bewildered, bowed to him, and made his ghastly temples in the shade. Not yet by men enthralled, adored, now was he Morgoth's mightiest lord, master of wolves whose shivering howl forever echoed in the hills, and foul enchantments and dark sigildry did weave and wield in glamoury. That necromancer held his host of phantoms and of wandering ghosts, of misbegotten or spell-wronged monsters that about him thronged, working his bidding dark and vile, the werewolves of the Wizard's Isle. From Thu their coming was not hid, and though beneath the eaves they slid of the forest's gloomy hanging boughs, he saw them afar, and wolves did rouse. "Go fetch me those sneaking orcs," he said, "that fare thus strangely, as if in dread. And do not come as all orcs use, and are commanded to bring me news of all their deeds to me, to Thu." From his tower he gazed, and in him grew suspicion and brooding thought, waiting, leering, till they were brought. Now, ringed about with wolves, they stand, and fear their doom. Alas, the land of Nagrod left behind, foreboding evil waits their mind. As downcast halting they must go, and cross the stony bridge of woe to Wizard's Isle, and to the throne there fashioned of blood-darkened stone. "Where have ye been? What have ye seen?" In elfiness and tears and distress, the fires blowing and the blood flowing. These have we seen, there have we been. 30 we slew, and their bodies threw in a dark pit. The ravens sit, and the owl cries where our swaths lie. "Come, tell me true, O Morgoth thralls, what then in elfiness befalls? What of Nogothrond, who reigneth there? Into that realm did your feet dare? Only its borders did we dare. There reigns King Felagorn the fair. Then heard ye not that he is gone, that Celegorm sits his throne upon?" "That is not true. If he is gone, then Orodreth sits his throne upon." "Sharp are your ears, swift they have got tidings of realms ye have entered not. What are your names, O spearmen bold? Who your captain ye have not told?" "Nereb and Gandalf, warriors 10, so we are called in our dark den. Under the mountains, over the waste, we march on an errand of need and haste. Bulldog the captain awaits us there, where fires from under smoke and flare." "Bulldog, I heard, was lately slain, warring on the borders of that domain where robber Thingol and outlaw folk cringe and crawl beneath elm and oak in drear Doriath. Heard ye not then of that pretty fay, of Luthien? Her body is fair, very white and fair. Morgoth would possess her in his lair. Bulldog he sent, but Bulldog was slain. Strange ye were not in Bulldog's train. Nereb looks fierce, his frown is grim. Little Luthien, what troubles him? Why laughs he not to think of his lord crushing a maiden in his hoard? That foul should be what once was clean, that dark should be where light has been. Whom do you serve, light or murk? Who is the maker of mightiest work? Who is the king of earthly kings, the greatest giver of gold and rings? Who is the master of the wide earth, who despoiled them of their mirth? The greedy gods. Repeat your vows, orcs of Bauglir, do not bend your brows. Death to light, to law, to love, cursed be moon and stars above. May darkness everlasting old, that waits outside in surging cold, drown Manwë, Varda, and the sun. May all in hatred be begun, and all in evil ended be, in the moaning of the endless sea. But no true man, nor elf yet free, would ever speak that blasphemy. And Beren muttered, "Who is Thu to hinder work that is to do? Him we serve not, nor to him owe obeisance, and we would now go." Thu laughed. "Patience, not very long, shall ye abide, but first a song. I will sing to you, to ears intent. Then his flaming eyes he on them bent, and darkness black fell round them all. Only they saw, as through a pall of eddying smoke, those eyes profound in which their senses choked and drowned. He chanted a song of wizardry, of piercing, opening, of treachery, revealing, uncovering, betraying. Then sudden Felagon there swaying, sang in answer a song of staying, resisting, battling against power, of secrets kept, strength like a tower, and trust unbroken, freedom escape, of changing and of shifting shape, of snares eluded, broken traps, the prison opening, the chain that snaps. Backwards and forwards swayed their song, reeling and foundering as ever more strong. Thu's chanting swelled, Felagon fought, and all the magic and might he brought of elfiness into his words. Softly in the gloom they heard the birds, singing afar in Nagathron, the sighing of the sea beyond the western world, on sand of pearls in elven land. Then the gloom gathered, darkness growing, in Valinor, the red blood flowing, beside the sea where the gnomes slew, the foam riders and stealing drew their white ships with their white sails from lamplit havens. The wind wails, the wolf howls, the ravens flee, the ice mutters in the mouth of the sea. The captives sad in Angband mourn, thunder rumbles, the fires burn. A vast smoke gushes out, a roar, and Felagon swoons upon the floor. Behold, they are in their own fair shape, fair skin, bright-eyed, no longer gape, orc-like their mouths, and now they stand, betrayed into the wizard's hand. Thus came they, unhappy, into woe, to dungeons, no hope, no glimmer, no. Where chained in chains they eat the flesh, and woven in webs of strangling mesh, they lie forgotten in despair. Yet not all unavailing were the spells of Felagon, for Thu neither their names nor purpose knew. These much he pondered and bethought, and in their woeful chains them sought, and threatened all with dreadful death. If one would not with traitor's breath reveal this knowledge, wolves should come and slow devour them one by one before the other's eyes, and last should one alone be left aghast, then in place of horror hung with anguish should his limbs be wrung. In the bowels of the earth be slow, endlessly, cruelly put to woe and torment till all he declared. Even as he threatened, so it fared. From time to time in the eyeless dark, two eyes would grow, and they would hark the frightful cries, and then a sound of rending, a slavering on the ground, and blood flowing they would smell, but none would yield, and none would tell.